outside the club. There's a lot of beautiful ladies outside tonight. Including you right there.
You don't find that suspicious?
Yeah, I see you with them stilettos on. You got on my favorite color on them toes. I bet we jet back over to the hotel. We can leave at noon.
Got it all, cause your body is fine and you're blowing my mind. Got it all, shorty tryna make you mine. Got it all, from the waist side, know you're riding well, the OT and stay side. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, you're looking good. Know you're rolling well, the front to a bad wood. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, roll with me. Know you tipsy over 2 cups of Hennessy. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, I'm getting right with you. Come and spend the night with you. Oh, girl, got it all. Cause your body is fine and you're blowing my mind. Got it all. Shorty tryna make you mine. Got it all, from the waist side. Know you're riding well, the OT and stay side. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, you got it all.
Yeah, girl, you smell good. Yeah, girl, you look fine. Yeah, you a little freak, even when you on FaceTime. Yeah, girl, you got it all. Yeah, girl, you got it all. Yeah, she from Brentwood, whipping on wood grain. Got a Mercedes 82, whipping in out of lanes. Baby girl, you scheming. Got a nigga feeling. To the left, to the left. Go ahead and be little Beyonce off to yourself. Going to the left, going to the left, going to the left, going to the left, yeah.
Got it all, cause your body is fine and you're blowing my mind. Got it all, shorty tryna make you mine. Got it all, from the waist side. Know you're riding well, the OT and stay side. Baby girl, you got it all. Baby girl, you got it all. Welcome to the Check-In Report. I am your humble yet gracious host, True and Living. I am in the building. Had a nice little day. We are here. We are gathered here today to talk about Shannon Sharpe. He got hit with the superseding FRICO. The superseding FRICO indictment by a snow bunny. A snow bunny, caught him slipping. Tony Busby, the charlatan, the ambulance chaser lawyer, he has taken on this case, and it's not looking good for Shannon Sharpe. And I want to know in the comment section, and I also want to know in the poll. We have a poll. I'm asking the question. Do you think that Shannon Sharpe's career is cooked in terms of ESPN? Do you think his career is cooked on ESPN? Now, of course, he'll be able to do the nightcap. I'm sure he'll be able to do his podcast. He is a proprietor. He owns those entities. But in terms of his ESPN, his sports commentating career, do you see ESPN divesting from him? Even with the podcast and the nightcap, he has a lot of sponsors. A lot of sponsors may choose to divest from him. There's a lot of gray area in this Shannon Sharpe case, but I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of gray area in this case, but I have to be honest. There is some. It seems like there is a little bit of guilt here. Allegedly, Shannon Sharpe tried to pay this woman $10 million. He tried to pay this woman $10 million. This, listen. And at the end of the day, we're talking about a 19-year-old girl here. Now, Unc is about 50 plus years old. No matter how you splice it, no matter how you look at this, if you put this case as it is, as what we're seeing it, right? If you take this case from what we know so far, and we're going to go through a lot of things in this case, but if you were to take the things in this case and we would put this thing or play this thing out in court so far, this doesn't look good for Unc. First of all, you're dealing with a 19-year-old girl. Unc is 50 plus, right? There's allegations of you sexually assaulting her. There's allegations of you battering her. And it's consistent in the voice notes and the things. Now, there is some gray area there where there is, a little bit of banter of, a rough sex. And, there's a lot of innuendo in a text message that at least it shows that this woman was at least a willing participant in these things. But it's also a lot of gray area in, did Shannon Sharpe take it too far? Because let me go widescreen. There's a point where, okay, you guys are having this, this rough sex. You guys are having this BDSM type of sex. You guys are having this real role play type of sex. But then there comes a time when is it no longer a game? When is it no longer you in this, role playing act? Does Shannon Sharpe know how to turn it off? Does he know how to say, okay, that was the bedroom. This is real life. This is something different. This is a different entity. Because she's alleging that, listen, yeah, did we have fun in the bedroom? Did we have our little good times in the bedroom? Yeah, but you took it too far. You took the abuse in the bedroom and you started to take it outside the bedroom. Could that be what Tony Busby and the victim is alleging? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of this case. Let me go online with this joint because a lot of people are talking about this case. Listen, and I don't know what's going to happen in terms of his sports commentating career. I don't know if he comes back to ESPN. I don't know if the proprietors, the stockholders and the people, the movers and shakers at Disney, I don't know if they want him back. Salute to Eco. I see Eco's in the building and a BX Mail. Salute. Yeah, I don't know if he comes back. We're going to get into some of his banter and some of the things he was saying. He was wilding out in them text messages too. He was talking about getting his ass ate. Shannon Sharpe, when you get your ass ate, do you got your legs in the air? I want to know.
You don't find that suspicious?
Do you got your legs up like you scored a touchdown? I need to know, man. Because he was talking about getting his ass ate in them text messages. I was just like, whoa. What's going on with Shannon Sharpe? Those text messages. We're gonna get to those text messages. But let's get to the first audio clip. There's two audio clips, and we're gonna get to his comments. Let's get to his first audio clip. Let's get to that.
Get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like.
Now, off the back, this sounds like a young girl. This is not no 25, 26, 27-year-old girl. This is a very young lady. Now, if you don't know who the young lady is, let me pull that young lady up. She was working with something too. Listen, man. Shannon Sharpe, you got some nice taste, man. She's a nice looking girl. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see. Yeah, Gabrielle Zinga. She had little cakes on her. I ain't gonna lie. I was liking what I was seeing. Got Got some good taste. That's not. Yeah, they tried to put this white. They tried to put this black girl to her face, but that's not her. Let me go to Twitter because they got her on Twitter. Gabrielle Zinga. Nice looking girl. I'm not gonna lie, Shannon Sharpe. You know you got some nice taste. You got some nice taste, man. Listen, man. Let me see. Gabrielle. I saw her on Act Page. Let me go to Act Page. I seen her on Act Page. Let's go to that. Yeah, man, she's an attractive young girl, but she's very young, Unc. Unc, you shouldn't be dating girls this young. This is too young for you to be dating. I think 19 is a little too young. It's a little too young. Like Unc, I'm 30. I'm 35, Unc. I'm not trying to date no girl that's 19 years old. That's too young. I need to stay within 21, 22, 23, 24. I think that's fair. Here she go. This is her right here. Listen, nice young lady. I'm not gonna wild out with the pictures because she is an OnlyFans model. She working with a little something there. She working with a little. I'm not gonna put this picture up. I'm not gonna put. Y'all see it though. She working with a little something there. But she's nice. She's a nice looking young lady. But Unc, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you're too old to be, getting set up by these thoughts on these OnlyFans thoughts. Like, you should know better. That's the thing with a lot of older men. They don't understand all of the tricks that a lot of young women play. They don't understand the setups. They don't understand that, a lot of these women, they're setting you up. Like, I mean, come on now. Most young men would kind of pick up on the conversation when a girl talking about, oh, I don't want to be choked anymore. Most young men would pick up on that. If they're having a conversation on the phone with a young lady, they would pick up on it and say, like, why are you saying it like that? Why are you acting like that? Why are you, like, you was getting choked in the bedroom, you didn't have a problem. Most young men would pick up on that. But see, Shannon Sharpe is an old head. And I think that he is very trusting of not only young women, I think he's trusting of young white women. And when you're trusting of younger white women, you're gonna let things slide. And he might have been simping a little bit. I think he might have been simping over this girl. I think he might have been simping as well, but let's get back into it.
Hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to.
To me, it sounds like more so he's in his feelings, right? Tell me if y'all think I'm wrong. Does it sound like he's more so in his feelings? To me, it sounds. BX Mel says, skip. Hold on. BX Mel says, skip. Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. Even E. Cole says facts. That's a fact. He sounds like he's more so in his feelings. Normally you would think a young woman that's that young, she would be more emotionally invested. She would be more romantically involved. You would think the younger woman would be feeling like this, and they would be feeling a little bit more hurt and sensitive to the situation. He sounds like he's more hurt. He sounds like he's a little bit more emotional to the situation. Let's continue, though.
Don't manipulate me.
Don't manipulate me. And see, this goes into the narrative. A young woman, 19 years old, being manipulated by an old 56-year-old pervert. This is the narrative. Because at the end of the day, Shannon Sharpe has to understand that this is what's going to play out in court, Shannon Sharpe. If you plan on dragging this thing out and playing it out in court, in a court of law, people are going to look at a 56-year-old dark-skinned Negroid with wide nostrils manipulating his sexual desires on a 19-year-old girl. It doesn't matter if she was with it, Shannon Sharpe. It doesn't matter if she liked to be choked out. It doesn't matter if she liked to get her ankles put behind her neck. None of this matters. In the court of law, you're going to look like an old pervert that sexually manipulated this young girl by way of financial means, by way of, granting her things. And she felt that you took it too far. She felt like the abuse went outside of the bedroom. It went into the public. It went into her regular day life with you. That's going to be the narrative that you're going to have to fight, Shannon Sharpe. And the audio and the text messages, they don't help you. From what I'm saying, it don't help you.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke out of you when I see you.
Come on, Shannon Sharpe. You are a 250-pound, wide-nostrilled Negroid. You should know better to be talking to some white 19-year-old girl talking about you're going to strangle her. What was going through your brain? And another thing let me say this about Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe, in one of his videos, right, on Nightcap, he talked about getting tricked out of his position, right? He talked about getting tricked out of his position. I may have to pull this up real quick because clearly he hasn't learned his lesson. Shannon Sharpe tricked out of his position. Let me see if I can find this thing. Shannon Sharpe tricked out of position. Let me see if we can find this, John. Let me see if we can find this. Because he talked about getting tricked out of his position on with Ocho one time. Let me see. No, I can't find it. All right, but listen, in the video, he was in the video with Ocho, and he talked about getting tricked out of his position. I can't find it. It's on Nightcap somewhere, but it's gonna take a while to find it. He talked about getting tricked out of his position, right? Because he was beefing with Cam and Mace at the time, and they were going back and forth. But he talked about getting tricked out of his position, how he was not willing to get tricked out of his position. But Shannon Sharpe, clearly, your sexual deviancy, your sexual appetite is getting you tricked out of your position. Allegedly, Shannon Sharpe was working on a $100 million deal at ESPN. That all has now withered away. The contract talks have ceased. They put that to the side. I mean, do you really think ESPN wants to give you a $100 million bag with this looming over you? And then let's not forget about Michelle. Hold on. Let's not forget about Michelle. Hold on. We'll get back to this clip. Let's not forget about Michelle. That's another thing that you had. So ESPN had to deal with you in this whole Michelle thing when you allegedly, because I still don't believe him. They had to get over this whole Michelle thing where you was on live having relations with a woman. Y'all remember this? Let's play it.
That's my Michelle.
Unc, relax, Unc. Unc, relax. Your back is gonna go out, Unc. Relax. You gotta relax, Unc. Do you hear him? Sounds like a wild boar.
But he posted on his IG, beware my Shannon Sharpe 84 Instagram.
So ESPN, they had to deal with this whole debacle of you on Instagram Live, allegedly having relations with a woman. Now, a lot of people say that you only did that because the rumors were spiraling that you happened to be a closeted man. But the ESPN had to deal with that. Now ESPN is dealing with this. So do you really think ESPN wants to drop $100 million bag on a Shannon Sharpe contract? Of course not. No corporate entity would do that. Oh yeah, Eco says Eco says Umar stands with Shannon Sharpe. Yeah, we're gonna get to Umar. We're gonna get to Umar. Dr. Umar stands with Shay Shay. Yeah, I did see that. He did stand with him. Let's get back into this.
Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
She says, "Yo, I don't want to be choked." All while recording him. I don't want to be choked. I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe. Do you really think that is going to play well in the court of law? That's not going to look good in the court of law. Yes, Shannon Sharpe, you have these text messages where you guys are talking about having rough relations. You guys, she's talking about she wants to get choked out. She's talking about slide inside of me late night. She's talking about pulling up. She's talking about handcuffs. She's talking about putting the tongue in the crack of your ass. I get it, Shannon Sharpe. But what's being alleged is that the assault happened outside of the bedroom. Here you have an audio clip where you are talking about you're going to choke this woman. Not in the bedroom. Not in the bedroom. Not with handcuffs, not with her legs behind her neck. You said the next time you see her, you're going to choke her. In the court of law, Shannon Sharpe, that's not going to look good. And that's why I said this in my one of my other videos. I think that Tony Busby got one. Tony Busby, listen, he took an L with Jay-Z. He took an L. He fell flat on his face with that one. But I think Tony Busby got one. I think Shannon Sharpe may have to take an L on this one. He may have to consider paying this woman out now. Let's play this again. Let's play this clip again.
I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
I don't think you have a he said, I am going to choke you. She said, I don't want to be choked. Then he said, yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you want to be choked. I don't think you have a choice in the matter. This is all with an assault and sexual battery being charges being loomed against you, Shannon. None of this looks good. Let's play this again.
Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Again, a young woman being manipulated. Remember, a young woman being manipulated. A young 19-year-old girl being manipulated. A young 19-year-old girl being taken advantage of by an old pervert.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you when I see you. Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So subsequently, you know, Shannon Sharpe. We're gonna get to Shannon Sharpe's his quote. There's another clip. Let me see if I can find that other clip. There's another audio clip. Before I get to it's the other clip. There's another clip that's going around.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in...
She sounds very young, like even in her voice. And that's what people are going to have to realize. Like when this is getting played to a jury, this girl sounds very young. She sounds very much 19 years old. She doesn't sound like a woman in her 20s. She sounds like a baby. She does.
I'm getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public.
I might choke you in public. Ladies and gentlemen, how do you think this is going to play in a court of law? How do y'all really think this is going to play in a court of law? You have to remember, yes. Because, see, this is what Shannon Sharpe tried to do. This is what he tried to do. He tried to get in front of this. He tried to, I'm going to link up with my lawyer. We're going to drop a bunch of text messages and show that this girl, she's freaky. She likes to have the freaky sex. She likes to have the hardcore sex. She likes to have her legs put behind her neck. She likes handcuffs. She likes to have this, that, and the third. She likes to put tongue in asses. All of that freaky stuff. He tried to get in front of this. But Shannon Sharpe, understand. Look at how it looks in a court of law. A 19-year-old girl being manipulated by a 50-year-old freaky old black negroid. How is that going to look? It's going to look like you were some old pervert that sexually manipulated her, and that you took the hardcore and the assault and the battery. You took it outside of the bedroom. In this clip, you're saying that you're going to choke her in public. This doesn't sound good. This doesn't sound like, come on. And that's another thing with these old heads. Salute to everybody in the chat. I see y'all turning up in the chat. Smooth says, I'm not sure how he didn't put it together and see she was playing on him. See, that's the thing. That's what I said this earlier. The thing with old heads, right? The thing with old heads, like them old players, they don't know how to use the phone. They don't know when they're being lined up. They don't know when a girl is taping their conversation. They don't know when a girl is setting them up to say certain things so they can have this on camera or have this on audio. They don't pick up on these things because they're not from this generation. Yeah. Does Shannon Sharpe have an iPhone? Yes. Does Shannon Sharpe probably have, does he have a couple apps on his phone? Yes. But he strikes me as somebody who has assistants and handlers. People that show him how to do the here, Shannon Sharpe. This is how you do this on your phone. This is how you do this on the phone. He strikes me as somebody who has handlers, right? And I don't think he picked up on the girl setting. Like a younger man would see the setup here. He would see, a younger man would be like, yo, why you acting like that? Why are you saying these things on the phone like that? A younger man would pick up on that. Why are you talking about me choking you? What are you talking about? You like to be choked. You was begging me to choke you last week, right? Oh, you fronting now, right? Oh, you want to front now? Okay. A younger man would be picking up on these things. Him being an older man, he's not questioning these things. He's not thinking about why is she asking these things? Why is she saying these things? Why is she setting these things up for me to say these things and react to her? He is an old nigga that's not really equipped to technology. So he wasn't picking up on her setting him up to say certain things. Because a younger nigga, I like me personally, if a girl said this to me, I would be questioning everything that she's saying. I would be questioning. I would be refuting it, rebutting it. I would be making her look stupid for even saying it to me. But he wasn't questioning any of these things. Let's continue.
Big black guy chokes small white woman.
Big black guy chokes small white woman. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look.
She tells him that's not a good look. Like for me, if a girl that I was talking to on the phone was saying these things, I would pick up on them. I would pick up on these things. It sounds like she's setting him up to say certain things, for him to react to certain things. But he probably thinking with his third leg. He's probably hopped up on steroids, horse tranquilizers, creatine, 5 protein shakes, a full chicken breast. He's probably hopped up on all these things. He's just thinking with his third leg. He's not thinking with his brain. Smooth boy says, see, and I think the long pauses in between the conversations is another giveaway. Yeah, like listen, I think she was setting him up. I think she was pretty much lining him up with the questions, lining him up with the phrases she was saying. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it really doesn't matter, y'all. That's what y'all not understanding. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. You're talking about a 19. And listen, I know she's an adult. I understand she's an adult. She's 19, right? But she's still a baby. She's still a teenager, right? Now, in a court of law, you got to remember these is everyday people. And it may not go to a jury. This is not a criminal case, so let me take that back. But to a judge looking at this case, or if it does go to a jury and they deliberate on this case, this doesn't look good. Because most people looking at this case is going to see a 50-year-old man with a 19-year-old girl. The sex got, a little out of hand, a little abusive. And it probably bled into their personal lives. That's what it looks like to me. And I can see the jury looking at it like that as well. And what Shannon Sharpe has provided isn't good enough for us to say, I don't think that's what the story is. I don't think what Shannon Sharpe has provided, we're going to get to the text messages. We're going to get to that. But I don't think what he provided was really sufficient enough for us to say that there was no abuse here. If he thinks that the text messages are good enough, he's sadly mistaken. That's not good enough, Shannon Sharpe. That's not good enough, because you're at least joking about beating on this woman. You're at least joking about choking this woman. You're at least joking about these things. And to a court of law, they're not going to find these things funny. You find them funny. And even the girl on the phone, she may have found it funny at one point, a particular time. She might have thought it was funny at one particular point in time, but it's not going to be funny in a court of law. It's a fact.
Shannon,
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
He sounds very emotional. He sounds like he's very hurt about something she did.
okay, well,
Let's play that one more time. Play that one more time.
well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Daddy.
Well, okay.
Okay,
One more time.
Well, I'm not really interested.
1 second, y'all. 1 second, y'all.
And getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Tony Busby got one. Tony Busby. And make no mistake, Tony Busby, he's a charlatan. He's a charlatan. Tony Busby. Let me put this charlatan on the Summer Jam screen. This is a charlatan right here. Tony Busby, you are a charlatan. You heard that message. You saw the proof that she was messing with him, and you started foaming at the mouth at another black man that you could get some money out of. This is a charlatan right here. This is a white devil. Oh man, he's a real piece of stool right here. Tony Busby, he's a real piece of stool. He's a real piece of work, man. I gotta be honest. He's a real piece of shit. I ain't gonna lie. He's a real piece of shit. Let's get to Shannon Sharpe's comments and what his response was. Let's get to that.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown.
Now, Shannon Sharpe, listen, it doesn't matter if it's a shakedown, Shannon. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Shannon. Most people believe that it is a shakedown. Most people believe, Shannon Sharpe, that Tony Busby is shaking you down. Yes, most people believe that. Most people are on your side. Most people would say, yes, Shannon, we agree. Tony Busby is trying to take you down. He is trying to get some money out of you. Most people would agree with that. But Shannon Sharpe, you got lined up by a snow bunny, by a snow princess. She lined you up. You wasn't thinking what you wasn't thinking. You got tricked out of your position because you trust young white women. Now, let's really talk about it, Shannon Sharpe, because you know I kicked in the back of Tony Busby, but we have to kick in your back. I have to say, was a black woman not good enough? Was a 30-year-old black woman not good enough, Shannon? You had to rummage around the dumpster to find this 19-year-old snow princess on OnlyFans. Not an educated woman, not a woman with a job, not a woman working a 9-to-5, not a career woman. You had to find a 19-year-old rummaging through the trash. And you trusted her. You trusted her, Shannon. Let's not negate that. You trusted this white woman, this young white woman. You was taking her out shopping. You was tricking on her. You got emotionally invested. So we have to ask you, was a black woman not good enough? And some of y'all may say, yo, maybe I'm going too hard. A smooth boy says exactly. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real though. Was a black woman not good enough? Shannon Sharpe, you know, there's a lot of in shape, beautiful 30-year-old black women that don't have kids. You know, that don't have a lot going on, that aren't toxic, that aren't. You couldn't run around with one of them. You had to go through OnlyFans and find a 19-year-old girl on OnlyFans to invest in, to emotionally invest in. Shannon Sharpe, listen, you got, you know, I have to say it. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. She pegged you as a trick. She pegged you as a Vic. Now, Shannon Sharpe, you are 50 plus years old. You have life experiences. You've made it to the Hall of Fame. you grew up in the slums of down south. You made it out. You made something out of yourself. All of the life experiences didn't teach you to stay away from women like this. All of the life experiences that you have acquired didn't teach you to move better. We have to ask these questions about Shannon Sharpe. Because, he wants to throw it on her. She's such a terrible person. And Tony Busby, he's an ambulance chaser. Shannon Sharpe, what about your character? Was a black woman not good enough? You couldn't find a 30-year-old, 40-year-old, even, how about this? Even a girl in her late 20s. We have to ask you that, Shannon.
I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men.
And listen, do I agree with that? Tony Busby is a charlatan. Do I agree he's shaking down black men? Do I agree that Tony Busby and he has a vendetta against black men and he's shaking them down? I agree with that to an extent. Yes, I do. But I'm going to be honest, Shannon Sharpe, people do not care in the court of law. When a jury sees this, they're going to see a 50-plus-year-old man manipulating a young lily white girl, making fun of abusing her. See, that's where you messed up at, Shannon Sharpe. You messed up at making fun and getting you messed up by getting real comfortable with the Edomite. You got real comfortable with the Neanderthal. She was sucking you off. She was, you was dropping babies inside of her. You was kikiing with her. You was taking her out to dinner. You was taking her out shopping. And you got comfortable with the Neanderthal. And she pegged you as a trick. She pegged you as a John. She pegged you as a victim. She saw that you was a little bit timid. She saw that you was emotionally invested in her. And she was like, oh, I got this nigga. And that's why I'm going to have to keep saying, was a black woman not good enough?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
We got 14 people in the bill. I need you to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Hold on, y'all. Salute to Vent. What Vent talking about? Shannon Sharpe cook. Yeah, Shannon. I think Shannon Sharpe is cooked too. I'm just answering people in the chat. Yeah, I think Shannon Sharpe is cooked too. Listen, man. It doesn't look good. It won't look good in the court of law. What's being alleged here? Shannon Sharpe should know better. At his age, he should know better. Like, an athlete in their 20s, I could see them getting caught up like this. An athlete that is young, maybe a rookie, maybe 2-3 years in the game, I could see them getting caught up like this. This is a man that's in the Hall of Fame. This man got over 10 years NFL, sports broadcasting career. You've dealt with women from college to the pros to the sportscasting career. You've dealt with women. You've seen the tricks, Shannon. Were you that thirsty? Were you that emotionally tied to this Neanderthal that you got victimized and that you got caught as a victim? Let's get back into his commentary. Let's get back into what he got.
I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape.
Now, we haven't seen that. Allegedly, Shannon Sharpe is claiming that a sex tape is coming out. I just hope that he's not breathing hard like he was on that Michelle IG live. I just hope that he ain't doing that on the tape. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I remember this. Let's play it one more time. Let's play that one more time, cause he was wilding now. He was. Come on, Unc. You was breathing way too hard. I mean, like it didn't really sound like you was really putting in work like that. Oh Michelle, listen to this nigga. That's my Michelle. If that's what you doing on this new sex tape, Shannon Sharpe, I mean, come on, Shannon Sharpe. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Just pack it up. You sound like a wild boar. You sound like a silverback gorilla itching his back on a boulder.
But he posted on his
Yeah, so if that's what you're doing, Shannon Sharpe, I mean, people are not gonna want to. I don't want to see Shannon Sharpe doing anything sexually. I don't want to see it. Once it comes out, don't text me, don't email, don't write me, don't send me. I don't want to see it. But if that's what it is, then people are not gonna want to see that. It ain't gonna want to see you breathing hard, perspirating. They're not trying to hear that. All right, let's get back to it.
It tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine.
Shannon Sharpe, you was playing into the stereotypes. You the one talking about, a big black man choking out a white girl. I'm a big black man choking out a white girl. You thought you was King Kong. You ever saw that picture with King Kong where he's holding a white girl? Hold on. King Kong holding a white girl. He thought he was King Kong. Talking about, big black man choking out a white girl. He thought he was King Kong for a second, man. Yeah, King Kong. That's what he thought. This was his fantasy. He wanted to be King Kong, gripping up that white girl, choking out that white girl. Shannon Sharpe, you played into the stereotypes. You played into it. She set you up for it. So don't tell us about, he's trying to play into a stereotype. You played into the stereotype. You played into the fetishism. You played into, I got a little white girl I could choke up and stroke every night. I got a little white girl. You playing into the fetishism. So don't tell Tony Busby he's playing into the fetishism. He's playing into the stereotypes. You played into it. Let's get back into it.
That video should actually be 10 minutes or so.
10 minutes? That's all you got in the tank for a 19? Come on, now listen. Anybody that's dealt with young girls, right? A young girl. Young girls could go long. They can go for a long time. They can go for a long like a 21-year-old girl, a 22-year-old girl, they could go for a long time. 10 minutes ain't enough. Shannon Sharpe, I know you put Ben Gay on your back. I know you probably pick up your blood pressure medication pills every month. I know you're probably, suffering from, injuries from your football career, but 10 minutes for a 19-year-old girl, that's not enough. It's not enough. You if you got a 21, 23-year-old girl and you go 10 minutes, she probably gonna call up another nigga to finish the job. Yeah, 10 minutes is not long enough, Shannon. I'm gonna come clean for a young girl. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. You gotta bring those numbers up higher, man. If you're gonna be running around with these 19-year-old girls. Now, if you want to be with the 30-year-old girls, 10 minutes is satisfactory. 10 minutes, You're good. You're good with the 30-year-old. See, that's the thing, Shannon. You need to be with a 30-year-old woman. You don't need to be with these 20-year-old. You need to be with a 30-year-old woman. A 30-year-old woman should be satisfied with 10 minutes. You need to get yourself a 30-year-old woman, Shannon Sharpe. Let's keep it a buck with you. Let's continue, though.
Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened.
I think you're capping about that, Shannon Sharpe. I'm starting to think you on your Diddy vibes. You may have tapes and tapes and tapes of this type of stuff. I'm going to come clean.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
You may have tapes. I mean, you made a tape with Michelle on Instagram Live. You're talking about sexual stuff with this white girl. For all we know, you may have tapes of this stuff. You may have tapes and tapes like Diddy. I don't know. I have no knowledge, but it would be safe to say possibly. It's plausible.
And you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly, on OnlyFans.
Yeah, this is an OnlyFans model. I don't know if any of y'all looked her up. She is on OnlyFans. She is, listen, man. And listen, she's a nice looking young girl. I'm not really into white girls. I'm not really into white girls. I think there are some beautiful white women, but I'm not really into white women. I like black women. I like Latina women. I like those are my type, because those are the women that gravitate towards me. But from what I saw, she's a nice looking young woman.
And Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is
$50 million. Now, I got to keep it a buck, Shannon Sharpe. From what I'm hearing is that you offered to pay. We're going to get back to this clip. But you offered, let me actually, hold on, let me go back. Hold on. Because I saw that you offered to, let me get this King Kong thing off of here as well. I saw that you offered to pay this woman $10 million, Shannon Sharpe. That's another thing that's going to bite you in the behind. $10 million settlement. Allegedly, Shannon Sharpe offered this woman $10 million. Yeah, Tony Busby claimed that she was offered $10 million. Shannon Sharpe lawyer says his accuser turned down $10 million to settle her lawsuit. Yeah. So from what I'm hearing, yeah, man, that's going to, I think the article is wrong. The article means Tony Busby says that his accuser turned down $10 million. Yeah, it says Shannon Sharpe's lawyer. It's Tony Busby is the lawyer. But yeah, Tony Busby is claiming that she was offered $10 million. Now, I'm going to be honest, Shannon Sharpe, if that gets brought up in court, that you offered her $10 million, that means that there is at least some of this is true. If you were willing to give this woman $10 million, Shannon Sharpe, if you were willing to give this woman $10 million to let this thing go away, to make this thing go away, to settle this case, that means that at least there's some truth here. If they put this in the court of law, if they say, here's all of the facts to the case, you heard the audio clip, you heard where he talked about choking her, you hear the victim says that he abused me. He offered me $10 million to settle this. Shannon Sharpe, this does not look good. I don't know why he offered to settle this. I don't know what possessed him to even offer this. Because I'm not going to lie. Because it sounds like to me, Shannon Sharpe has all intent purpose to drag this case out. He wants to fight this case, right? If you're going to fight this case, Shannon Sharpe, these things are going to get brought up, and only God knows what else she has. She may have more audio. She may have more evidence. She may pull up with some evidence proof of her being hit and beat on. if all of this gets added, then that doesn't look good, Shannon. It doesn't look good. Let me get back to his statements though.
Sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys.
So that's what Shannon Sharpe had to say. Let me get into Dr. Umar. Let's get into Dr. Umar, and then we're going to get into some of the text messages. Let's get into Dr. Umar.
Shannon Sharpe, I'm going to stand with you, my brother. Shannon Sharpe, I'm going to stand with you, my brother, on one condition. I'm getting text messages from all over the African universe telling me that Shannon Sharpe was accused of the unspeakable. I'm getting text messages telling me that Shannon Sharpe was accused of the unspeakable. I'm going to stand with my uncle Shannon Sharpe. I'm going to stand with my uncle Shannon Sharpe. I'm going to stand with Uncle Shay Shay on one condition. Uncle Shay Shay, no more snow bunnies after this scandal. If you cannot promise me that you will never seek the company of another snow bunny, I cannot stand with you. Uncle Shay Shay.
Listen, Shannon Sharpe has an affinity for white women. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can't. Shannon Sharpe is an athlete. The thing about football players, listen, no disrespect to Shannon Sharpe, but this is what I think. This is what I think. This is my opinion. I think Shannon Sharpe grew up, and a lot of black women in his neighborhood, right, didn't like him. They didn't think he was attractive. They wasn't his, they wasn't attracted to him. Let's just say that. And I think when Shannon Sharpe got to college, white girls gravitated towards him. And I think that's where his affinity for white women began, because he had never, he probably went to an all-black school. He probably went to an all-black school. Yeah, he got plenty of pictures with white women. Plenty of pictures with white women. We got the dogs out here. Who's that? Is that Jeannie Buss? Yeah, but I think he went to an all-black school, and the black girls at the school never really liked him, never really found him attractive. And he went to college, and he was a star athlete at college. And, I think that's where white women gravitated towards him. And I think that's where his affinity for white women began. And he never really got over that. He never, he still, got a thing for the white women, You got a thing for them snow puppy, got a thing for them snow bunnies. Let's continue with Umar, though.
Uncle Shay Shay, I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam. I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe on this one. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharpe on this one. But Uncle Shay Shay, no more bunnies after this. Can somebody confirm if he's being accused by snow bunnies or Afro Queens? Is Uncle Shannon being accused of snow bunnies or Afro Queens? Who can confirm? Does anybody know the race of Uncle Shay Shay's accusers? Are they black or are they white? Are they black? Is this a rice bunny situation?
A rice bunny.
Is this a snow bunny situation? Is this a sand bunny situation?
A sand bunny is crazy. And let me say this to Dr. Umar about this point, right? About shaking down. Dr. Umar, and listen, Dr. Umar, I support you. I overall like your message about black love. I overall like your message about, black people staying together. I think that black love is a beautiful thing. And I love black relationships and I love black love. But Dr. Umar, we got to keep it a buck, Dr. Umar. Keep it a buck. Black women shake down black men too. black women shake down black men too. Let's not make it sound like, oh, it's only white women, because I see that narrative is on the Shade Room. You know, you got these black mammies, a lot of black mammies over there, a lot of big backs. And listen, I'm not a part of that red pill community. I'm not a part of disrespecting black women, right? There's a particular type of woman that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about beautiful black women that can think for themselves, that are career oriented, that don't subscribe to the ratchetness, that don't subscribe to the sexy red Glorilla philosophy of life. I'm talking about affluent, beautiful, intelligent, articulate black women. I know there's a lot of black women that don't subscribe to that. I'm talking to a sector of women in the Shade Room that just love this whole narrative. Yeah, them white girls. Yeah, them white girls. Yeah, they the ones tricking y'all. Yeah, them white girls, they shaking y'all down. They taking y'all money. Stop the cap. Black women have shook down black men too. They absolutely have. They have shooken down black men too. So I don't like that narrative that it's just white women shaking down black men. Dr. Umar, wasn't you beefing with your black baby mother and your black daughter? Your black daughter said that you was a deadbeat. You was a deadbeat dad. That's what your black daughter said. Stop acting like black women aren't disgruntled in relationships, that a black woman won't do anything vindictive to a black man if a relationship doesn't go her way. Stop acting like that. Stop acting like only white women have this rich for y'all. Only white women can backdoor you. Only white women can backstab you. Only white women can set you up. Only white women could drag you to court with a sexual assault case. Only white women could put a criminal case on you. Only white women could make you go to child support court. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. And I'm saying that as a black man that believes in black love, that respects black love, that thinks that black love should be more to the forefront. We should see more black love. We should support more black love. We should support more black relationships. I'm saying that as a black man, you know, just stop the cap. Like it's only white women that are doing this. All races of women do this to black men. That's a fact. It's a fact. But you know, he has a narrative to push, and a lot of people they love to push their narratives. But let's continue.
Is this a Salsa Bunny situation? Teresa Double O. If you have a co-wife, you can fill out my wifey resume.
Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me give me 1 second. Vince says distraction. BX Mel says, ask Eddie Murphy how they worked him for marrying a black first. She took half. Yeah, man. Eddie Murphy, Michael Jordan, a couple black men got, you know, took it on the right. Tyrese. What about Tyrese? Tyrese married a black woman. She had him crying about not seeing his child. The rapper The Game got sued by a black woman, claims of sexual assault. What about Tupac Shakur? Tupac Shakur was in a hotel with a woman. The woman alleged that Tupac and a gang of men sexually violated her. Oh, but black women don't put cases on black men. That's the narrative. It's cap. It's all cap. It's all cap. That's cap. Let's continue though.
Wifey resumes must come with 2 names on them. Wifey resumes must come with 2 names on them. You know my number. 215-989.
He ain't gonna wife none of y'all. He's cap. He been talking about building a school for 15 years. Still ain't no school. So if he talking about wifing y'all up, come on, bro. Come on. He talking about wifing y'all up. He can't even commit to building a school. Somebody tell Dr. Umar to focus on building the school, then worry about getting married. Focus on building the school, because clearly, we've been waiting for the school for 15 years. We still ain't got it. Let's continue though.
9858. You know my number. 215-989-9858. Text messages only. Text messages only.
Yeah, that's he loved repeating himself, but that's pretty much what he had to say. We played that clip. Oh, let's get into Stephen A. Stephen A. had a long he wanted to talk about the whole thing. Actually, let me pull that up on Twitter. Stephen A.'s response. Pull up Stephen A.'s response. Because Stephen A. has some interesting things to say, and I was actually surprised Stephen A. even talked about it, because this is somebody he's doing business with. He's on ESPN with him, but I think in Stephen A.'s heart he wants Shannon to be there, but I don't know. He was kind of I kind of was like, why is Stephen A. even talking about this? I don't know. Let's hear his quotes on his podcast.
It's a sad situation. Shannon Sharpe is somebody I work with a couple of days a week. Shannon Sharpe is somebody that I brought to ESPN. Works on First Take, which airs on ESPN every weekday morning from 10 a.m. to 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. He's been with me every Monday and Tuesday. We've been number one for 13 years and counting. But since Shannon has arrived, obviously he's helped the show immensely. And I can't thank him enough for it. We've grown close as friends. I'd like to believe that. I certainly root for him. I know he's been through a lot in life. He's overcome a lot of things. And when he departed from Fox, I was more than happy to bring him on board here.
BX Mel says Stephen A. is an opportunist and he wants Shannon Sharpe's views. Now, I'm kind of on the fence about this. Do I think that Stephen A. is he pocket watching in terms of Shannon Sharpe, how much money he may be getting and things of that nature? Remember, Stephen A. he did just sign his deal. I think he made like $100 million or something like that from ESPN. And salute to him. But could he be looking over at that side and a little bit envious of the views? Possibly. But I think Stephen A. is a businessman, and I think he does understand that Shannon Sharpe on First Take is a good look for him. Shannon Sharpe is a force to be reckoned with when it comes to sports media. And if Shannon Sharpe were to leave First Take and do his own show somewhere else, we could see a diminish views in the First Take. And I think that when Shannon Sharpe decided to bring when Stephen A. rather decided to bring Shannon Sharpe on First Take, I think that was a business move. Yeah, let's take all of the views that you accumulated on Undisputed and let's bring them here. So I do think that Stephen A. I think business-wise, I do think he wants Shannon Sharpe to be with him on First Take. I don't think he wants Shannon Sharpe to go solo. I think Stephen A. wants Shannon Sharpe to stay right where he is, where he could have him underneath his wing. I could watch him. He doesn't go off and do his own little sports show. So I don't know. So I'm kind of on the fence about that though. But let's get back into it.
So all I can speak about is what I know based on the reports.
What do you know, Stephen A? Did Shannon Sharpe call you for a 2-man? Let me know. Did he call you for a 2-man? This girl sounds like a freak. She sounds like she would be down with the 2-man action.
And I can speak about ESPN and Disney. To be clear, even though this podcast, this YouTube show is owned and operated by me solely, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be dismissive of ESPN, who employs me in my daytime job on First Take. So I sit here before you today letting you know that they are aware that this is a subject that I was going to broach.
See, that's the thing. You know, Disney, and remember, ESPN is owned by Disney. Don't think for a second that ESPN and Disney are not combing over the details of this sexual assault case. They are 1000% looming over, they're looking at every detail. They're looking at every audio clip. I'm sure when the sex tape come out, they're gonna put it on the Summer Jam screen in the boardroom office. They're going to comb over everything in terms of this Shannon Sharpe thing. They absolutely are, and they have to, because ESPN is owned by Walt Disney. Walt Disney ain't trying to have all of this nonsense in their corporation. They got stockholders. You know, they do business with major brands, and major brands are not going to be pumping money into ESPN if you got a 250-pound negroid with wide nostrils talking about he likes to choke out white women. That's not good for business. We're gonna get to Shannon Sharpe getting his ass ate too. We have to talk about that. We have to talk about Shannon Sharpe getting his ass ate. We have to talk about that at some point. Let's get back to Stephen A.
Because I owe them that courtesy. With that being said, it's important to point out a couple of things. Number one, I was not there. I can provide no eyewitness account. And even though I got love and respect for Shannon Sharpe, and I'm sincerely hopeful and prayerful that he is completely innocent of the allegations that have been levied against him, I can't sit here and speak to his innocence or guilt.
Does it sound like he's kind of throwing Shannon Sharpe underneath the bus? Because listen, if this is your friend, like if this was me talking about my friend, I would just be saying, listen, I've known my friend for over 20, 30 years. This is not his character. This is not what I know him to be. Do I know what happened? Was I there? No. I don't want to defame anybody. I don't want to accuse anybody of anything. But the man that I know, the friend that I know is not capable of doing this. And I don't believe that he did this. That's what I would say as a friend. I don't feel like Stephen A. took that approach. I don't feel like he took that approach. He took the approach of, listen, man, I don't really trust this nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Do I want things to work out? Do I want things to be better? Do I want him to be innocent? Yeah, but I don't really trust this nigga. That's what it sounded like to me.
From a knowledgeable place, because I have nothing to do with this. I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything. I don't even know this person. I know what the reports say. I know the reports, the things that have been reported on a multitude of outlets, from the AP to the New York Post to Forbes to TMZ and everything in between. I mean, I can't even count the number of publications that have talked about it or written about it, networks, etc. It's all over the internet. It's everywhere. And I know that. I'm fully aware of that. This is not a criminal case. So it's not.
That's true. It is a civil case.
There is no concern about him going to jail. This is a civil case.
But even in a civil case, you may be found guilty in the court of public opinion. OJ beat his charges. He beat his charges, right? They spun the block and got that civil case, but OJ was found guilty in the court of public opinion. So Shannon Sharpe may be, he may be found not, not only guilty in the court of public opinion, but he also may have to pay out some money to this white woman. He may have to,
which means that he could either be found liable or not liable. The accuser in question is seeking $50 million. That was confirmed by Shannon Sharpe.
$50 million.
According to the reports, it's somebody that he met in 2023, who was 19 years old at that particular moment in time. According to
it's a young girl, man.
Audio that was put out earlier today by attorney Busby, you hear the accuser, the female, talking to somebody who is alleged to be Shannon Sharpe. We don't know whether that's true or not. And the person in question, again, we don't know whether it's Shannon or not.
Hey, I need y'all to hit that like button. Hit that like button for me. Everybody, we got 17 people in the building. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button, please. Hit that like button for me, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, y'all. Let's get back into it, though.
The words choke, as in I will choke the hell out of you if I saw you. And so because of that, knowing that audio was probably going to come out along with additional tapes, whether they be...
And that's another thing. There may be more audio clips. There may, like, this may be the first phase. We may see some audio. I mean, we may see some video of him choking this woman. We don't know what we're going to see next. We don't know. I don't know. We may see some very, things that may be cringe. It's not going to look good for Shannon Sharpe. It's not going to look good for ESPN or the investors.
Video or audio is unclear at this particular moment in time. Shannon Sharpe felt compelled to come out in his own defense. How we interpret that. Let me be very, very clear about where I'm coming from.
Tell him.
I'm a bit torn.
Tell him.
In terms of his response. On one hand, Tony Busby has sued Jay-Z. He did sue.
Yes, Tony Busby is a piece of stool. He is a charlatan, Stephen A. He is an ambulance chaser. Absolutely. But listen, I think Tony Busby got one. He got one with this one. I'm going to be honest with you. He took an L with Jay-Z. He took a hard L. But I think he got one on this Shannon Sharpe case. I'm not going to lie. He found a white hussy. He found a white hussy that, had him hypnotized, hypnotized by the hips, hypnotized by the BBL. And she caught herself a trick. And she lined him up, and I think Tony Busby got a ringer with this one. I think he got a ringer with this one.
Did he? He did accuse them, or represented the woman who was accusing them of assault, of sexual assault, and said that she was 13 years of age at the time when talking about Jay-Z and Diddy, and Jay-Z went ballistic and emphatically denied it, wouldn't let it go. The case was dropped, and now he's suing Busby, mentioning words like extortion and other things. So when Shannon Sharpe brought up Mr. Busby in that video that we aired,
talk about it,
and talked about him being extorted, he brought up Mr. Busby and Mr. Busby's past.
Let's get to it.
He talked about him, going against African-American men.
That's true.
There's two thoughts there. On one hand, there's the Jay-Z, who obviously should be presumed innocent, not just because you should be presumed innocent until found guilty, but because of the manner in which he fought on his own behalf and has been very aggressive in going after Tony Busby.
Okay.
In the case of P. Diddy,
Now I'm gonna be in the case of P. Diddy, I think that they are throwing charges on Diddy. We have yet to see, and I know his criminal case is coming up soon, but we haven't really seen a lot of proof of Diddy doing anything to anyone yet. I'm still waiting to see this, evidential proof that the feds have that he was doing these things to people. I think a lot of people have just been, jumping on the bandwagon to try to get whatever lawsuit they can get, whatever criminal case, trying to get their hands on that, because any type of judgment made on that case will probably have them getting a payday. But yeah, a lot of people are jumping on that Diddy bandwagon try to get a payday. I don't think there's anything there though.
you don't know what to believe. Again, the case against Jay-Z was a civil suit. Diddy was a civil suit. But in Diddy, you don't know what to believe because of all the allegations he's facing. But we can't forget that Tony Busby was also the person that represented at least 24 of the 27 women that accused Deshaun Watson.
That's right. I remember that.
Of sexual misconduct along with other allegations. And at least 23 of those cases were settled.
Black men, you got to stop settling these cases. Stop settling these cases. Jay-Z showed you what you have to do. Now listen, if you did something wrong, you may have to settle, right? I think Diddy did something wrong. That's why he settled. If you did something wrong, you have to settle, because you don't want this to turn into something else. But yeah, man, if you didn't do anything wrong, you got to fight this thing. Forget about the PR, the bad PR that you're going to get. Forget about your name being on TMZ. Forget about all of that. Because if you don't fight this thing, you're going to end up like Diddy. You're going to wind up paying woman after woman after woman after woman. The feds are going to kick down the door. And then you're going to be in there with Kells and Diddy. So black men, you got to fight these criminal. You got to fight these civil cases. You can't let these snow bunnies get a buck off you. You got to fight these criminal. You got to fight these civil cases.
So we have an obligation to mention that. So on one hand, going on the offensive to defend himself, I completely understand where Shannon Sharpe is coming from.
All right, Stephen A. You ain't talking about nothing. You're just regurgitating. All right, let's get to some of these text messages. Hold on. Yeah, because Stephen A. He ain't talking about nothing. That nigga ain't talking about nothing. He's pretty much just talking about the case is reflecting on it, and he talked about how Disney is looking through this, they're combing through this, they're going to make an ultimate decision at some point in terms of further employment. That was the kicker to that one. Stephen A. He talked about how Disney and ESPN will be making a decision on his Shannon Sharpe's further career at ESPN. So we'll see how that works out. He may not be working at ESPN anymore. But let's take a look at these text messages from Shannon Sharpe. Because it was some stuff in here. There was some crazy stuff in here. I saw one text messages where he was talking about getting his ass ate. I'm gonna come clean. Shannon Sharpe was talking about getting his ass ate. 250 pounds of pure muscle with his legs in the air like he just won a touchdown. Like he just scored a touchdown. Can you imagine a 250-pound Negro, pure muscle, with his legs in the air getting his ass ate? He said somewhere in there, hold on. This one says, I bet I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and not just put it in my ass. And you didn't listen. I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon. So here's a text message where she's saying no means no, Shannon. In reference to sex. Hold on, I want to get some of the other ones, bro, because there's a lot of stuff. Hold on. Text message. Yeah, some of these text messages is crazy. I ain't even gonna hold you. Give me a second. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm about to read this one. Hold on. Let me read this one. This looks juicy right here. Hold on. I want to read this one. I'm just trying to get it on my phone because I can't really see it on my computer like that. My computer, I can't really see it like that. Hold on. Hold on. What page is this on? Okay, ML football. Let me go to ML football so I can read it off my phone. ML football. Yeah, here we go. The Shannon Sharpe text messages. Shannon Sharpe getting his ass ate with his legs in the air. I did not have that on my bingo card. I gotta be honest. I have that on my bingo card. That was not on my bingo card, ladies and gentlemen. Shannon Sharpe text messages. Shannon Sharpe text messages. Let me see. Okay, here goes some of them. Let me just read some of this. I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me. This is from Gabriella. Right? I know you missed this big, juicy ASS. $25K for each cheek. Now, this is when she was saying that she wanted Shannon Sharpe to pay her. Now, anybody doesn't know, Shannon Sharpe, the whole Michelle thing pretty much got him in hot water with her. She didn't like the fact that he was sleeping around with other women. So she pretty much said, hey, I'm not going to have relations with you unless you give me $50K. And, Shannon Sharpe obliged her. Now, this is what goes into what I'm saying. Shannon Sharpe, like, he sounds like he was, like, really emotionally invested in this woman. She's treating him like an ATM, but he's, like, emotionally invested in her, which is odd to me. Let's go on. This lawsuit filed by Gabrielle Zinger. Now, I'm trying to get to the other stuff. Hold on. Only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I could do whatever I want to. This is from Gabriella. I want to put my tongue in your asshole and then marry you. That's what Shannon Sharpe. Wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This is second page. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out if Shannon Sharpe said that to her or if she said that to Shannon Sharpe. Hold on. I gotta hold on. Yeah. Gabriella told Shannon Sharpe that she wanted to put her tongue in his ass. Yeah, it says, Gabriella, I want to put my tongue in your asshole and then marry you. This is what Gabriella says to Shannon Sharpe. That's my daddy, F-U-C-K. I want you to put a big black baby in me, right? You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with me for life after you put a big black baby. She's even playing into the fetishism here. Yeah, but apparently Shannon Sharpe likes to get his ass ate.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Shannon Sharpe likes to get his. Listen, he likes for a woman to eat the groceries. If your girl come close to me, na 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 na, but he gotta eat it like he gotta eat the grocery. Shannon Sharpe likes to get his groceries ate. Yeah, and she's playing in. BX Mel is talking about the baby gravy thing. Yeah, the baby gravy thing is kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm stuck on her saying, "I want to have your big black baby." Like this is the thing when you're messing with white women, right? Did I go black on the screen? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, my fault. I might have went black on the screen. Okay, no, I'm not. Okay, I'm black. Yeah, this is the thing with white women. They play into this fetishism. Because here in the document, you see, I want to have your big, she says it like at least 3 times. I want to have your big black baby, your big black baby, your big black baby. Why are you not just saying I want to have your baby, Shannon? Oh, if we have children, our children will look so beautiful, Shannon. Why was the emphasis on I want to have your big black baby? Big black baby. She was playing into the fetishism for him. She was playing into the fetishism. She was playing into his fantasy. He has a thing for white women, and she was playing into that. Let me read this. Okay, let me continue. Only if you put that baby gravy in me, then I could do whatever I want to. I want to put my tongue in your ass and then marry you. That's my daddy, Fuck. I want you to put that big black baby in me. You better crave it because you're gonna be stuck with me. I read that. These messages are just a sample of a broader pattern of graphic sexual communications initiated by Miss Zinga. This is from Shannon Sharpe's profile. But I'm gonna be honest, Shannon Sharpe, you didn't do your big one on this one. This just makes you look like a nasty little old creep. What I got out of this, what I got out of reading this, Shannon Sharpe, is that you like to get your ass ate. I did not. Nothing in this tells me that. Nothing in this tells me that. You are not abusive to this woman. Nothing in this tells me that you've been a good man to this young woman. Nothing in this quote tells me that. All this tells me is that you like freaky deaky sex. Now listen, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you thought that this statement was going to clear your name in terms of you not assaulting this woman and beating on this woman, then you're sadly mistaken, Shannon Sharpe. Because I don't see nothing here. Yeah, I don't see nothing here that's telling me that. Hold on, let me read some more. Let me just read some more of these statements. Okay. I know you missed this big. Okay, I read that. This lawsuit. Is there a third file on here? Okay, there's not a third file. Let me continue with this. I should have had the whole thing pulled up. This lawsuit filed by Gabrielle and orchestrated by her attorney, Tony Busby, is a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is fouled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed in her effort to extract a large financial settlement. Miss Zinga presented Mr. Sharpe, with a secretly recorded video of a consensual sexual encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual. Miss Zinga has refused. Has refused to provide a copy of the full unedited version. Of course, she wasn't gonna give you that of the recording of Mr. Sharpe. So pretty much, he's trying to say that the clips that we played of her talking about getting choked out, of her saying, "No, Shannon, you can't choke me, you can't choke me." He's saying that that was heavily edited. But Shannon Sharpe, I'm gonna be honest with you, she's in the clip saying that, "No, I don't want you to choke me. No, I don't want you to choke me." So what you're saying sounds hot, but if she's saying in the clips, whether she meant it or not, or whether it was like, innuendo, it doesn't really matter, Shannon, because, it still looks like you're guilty. And then you got the text messages here where it's talking about, oh, she wanted you to wear a condom, and you went raw into her. I'm just going through some of these, combing through some of these text messages. Man, some of these are blurry. Yeah, man, but listen, man, this is crazy. Oh, but with this statement that Shannon Sharpe has given us, like I said, this is not good enough, Shannon. This is not good. Because this statement and what you provided here, it doesn't clear your name. There's nothing in this statement that's telling me that you're not beating on this woman. Yes, Shannon Sharpe, we understand. She requested you to choke her during sexual encounters in the bedroom. I get it, Shannon Sharpe. I get it. I get it. I get it. When you guys were in the bedroom, you had freaky deaky sex. She put tongue in your asshole. She had your ankles behind your neck. She was doing all this freaky deaky sex with you. I get it, Shannon. I get it. But when you guys left the bedroom, what's being alleged is that you were assaulting this woman.
You don't find that suspicious?
Now, that clip that we played, now let me play that clip one more time. Because I'm going to go back to that clip. Let's go back to that clip where you're talking about choking her out. Let's go back to that. Let's play that one more time. Because you played into it, Shannon Sharpe. And you guys weren't talking about being you guys weren't talking about being in the bedroom. You guys were talking like in public. This was like a public conversation that you guys were having. Like you guys were going to go to dinner or something like that. Let's play that one more time where you talked about choking her. Let's play that. Play this one more time.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Daddy.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
She said that she's not really interested in getting choked. Remember, Shannon, you guys are not in the bedroom together. You guys are not in a consensual. See, that's where the gray area is, Shannon. That's where that's why the court is gonna trip you up, because you're gonna say all of this was consensual. You're gonna say she liked to be choked. She loved to be choked. She loved doing this. She loved doing that. But the gray area is, when did it stop? When did it go from I like to be choked to, okay, Shannon, now you're choking me all the time? When did it go from a little bit of bedroom fun to, entering into an element of you assaulting her? That's where the gray area is, Shannon, and that's where you're going to get messed up at.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
You're going to get tripped up on the fact that, if we got 21 people in the building, salute to everybody in the building, salute to everybody. BX Mel says, elite simp behavior. Yeah, he was simping on this girl. BX Mel, he was simping on this little lily white girl. He was absolutely simping on her. For a woman to tell you, BX Mel, for a woman to tell you that I will not forgive you unless you cash at me or PayPal me $50,000. $25K for each cheek. That's what she told this man. I'm disgusted that he even went for that. I'm disgusted that he allowed a woman to talk to him like that. This is a 19-year-old little lily white girl. This ain't no seasoned vet. This ain't no, there's some women out there, they're seasoned vets. They can finesse you out your pants. They can finesse you. They can finesse you out your bank account. This is little hoe in training. It's a little junior thought. This little junior varsity thought told you that, you need to cash at me $50,000 for me to forgive you. $25K for each juicy butt cheek that you're never going to touch unless you cash at me. He fell for that. That nigga was simping. That nigga was simping out of control. Are you kidding me? That you let a woman talk to you like that? That's crazy. But he allowed it. Let's get back into this, though. Actually, let me play this from the top again, because I kind of lost my train of thought on this one. Let's go back to this.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so...
See, that's where he should have hung up the phone. Once she said, I'm not interested in being choked, and she's on a phone call conversation with you, that's where Unc should have hung up. Okay, you don't want to be choked? Well, listen, bitch, I don't want to talk to you today, because I only want to hang out with you when you want to get choked. Call me when you want to get choked, bitch. That's what you should have did. That's what you should have did, Unc. You should have told her, well, then don't call me unless you want to get choked, ma. I ain't got time for this. You was getting choked all last week in the bedroom. I was choking you in the bedroom. I was choking you in the kitchen. I was choking you and stroking you in the laundry room. I was choking you on the patio. Now you on this phone acting all brand different. You talking about you want to get choked. Then call me when you want to get choked. Then I'll holler. That's what you should have said to her, Unc. But you was simping. And you trusted this girl. You trusted her and you was simping. That's just the facts of the matter.
Well, I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public.
He laughing about it. It looks nasty. It looks like... Shannon Sharpe, you have to understand, it looks like you beat on this woman. Because, this is how this is going to play in a courtroom. Because they're going to insinuate that you beat on her, and then they're going to insinuate that you got off on beating her. You got off on choking her. You got off on putting your hands on her. You got off on it, and it was funny to you, and it was sexually, intoxicating to you. That's going to be the narrative in the court, Shannon. And yes, are these clips redacted? Are these clips edited? I believe Shannon when he says that these clips are edited. I believe him. I think these clips are edited. I think that they did doctor these clips up to make it sound like Shannon Sharpe is just this sexual deviant that loves choking women and all of that. I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly. But at the end of the day, how is it going to play in a courtroom? In a courtroom, it's not going to play well. It's not going to look well. Let's continue.
Big black guy choked small white woman.
It's not not a good look.
It's not a good look. Yeah. Listen, Shannon Sharpe. let me see what some of y'all talking about in the chat. Let me see. BX Mel says she definitely has a OG gold digger schooling her. Yeah, there's probably an older woman quarterbacking. There's probably an older woman probably giving her tips what to say, what to do, how to act, how to react, how to not react. I could see her being schooled by, she may be getting schooled by Tony Busby. She may be getting schooled by Tony Busby. I don't know. But it just looks nasty. It looks nasty. And I don't know how this is going to play in a court of law. In a court of law, I don't know how this is going to look. I really don't. I wish I could tell you guys. But from what I'm seeing and what I see, I think that Shannon Sharpe, he may have to consider paying this woman out. He may have to consider it. Because it doesn't matter that, you guys had this, intoxicating sex life, that you guys had this, this BDSM type sex life, and you guys were wild in bed, and all of that does not matter, because we're not talking about what happened in bed. We're talking about, did what happened in bed bleed into their personal lives? Was Shannon Sharpe beating on this woman outside of the bedroom? And there's even alleges that he graped her. I don't want to say the word, but it's even alleges that, he had a bowl of grapes. Let's say that. He had a bowl of grapes. So there's allegations that he possibly graped her and had a bowl of grapes, actually. Not that euphemism, but had a bowl of grapes. So I don't know. Personally, I don't know. I don't know what happens from here. In terms of Shannon Sharpe's employer with ESPN, I don't know if they will continue to do business with him. I don't think any corporation would want to do business with someone with these types of charges. These are nasty charges. And the audio is proof enough of Shannon Sharpe is at least a liability. Is Shannon Sharpe a sexual deviant? Is Shannon Sharpe guilty of sexually assaulting women? No, possibly not. But is Shannon Sharpe a liability? I think Disney and ESPN may say yes, he is. And when it's impacting your bottom line, when it's impacting the sponsors, when it's impacting the people you do business with, when it's impacting and people and athletes are calling in and they're saying, I will not be showing on the show because Shannon Sharpe has these allegations on his name. It's bad for business. It's bad for business. So a lot of corporate entities, and it's not just ESPN and Disney. He has sponsors himself. He has sponsors on a nightcap. He has sponsors on the Shannon Sharpe podcast. He has different sponsors. So a lot of people may be divesting from him. So I don't know what happens from here. I don't know what happens with Shannon. I don't know if ESPN will continue to do business with him. Personally, I don't think they will, especially if this drags out. If she continues to drop audio clips, allegedly a sex tape is out there that she has, if she can provide pictures of her being abused, bruises on her face, her body, that's all going to play in ESPN's and a lot of sponsors' decision if they're going to continue doing business with him.
You don't find that suspicious?
It's a fact. So, Shannon Sharpe, listen, and he doesn't have a choice. He has to fight this. He has to fight this case. He has to fight this case because either you fight this case or you just settle out. And if you settle out, Shannon Sharpe, and there's already rumors and speculation that you tried to give this woman $10 million, if you settled out, it's pretty much a guilty plea in a court of public opinion. If you fight this case, you're going to risk more evidence and video and visual proof and audio. You're going to risk more things coming out. If you pay her now, at least you can quiet it down. There's not going to be any more stuff. Maybe you can, have her sign some documents where she doesn't continue with this lawsuit and continue to put out things. But if you continue to fight this case, Shannon, she's going to put more things out. Tony Busby is going to put that foot on your neck, and he is a charlatan. He is an absolute charlatan. Tony Busby is a charlatan. Tony Busby is definitely after prominent black men. He's after he's an ambulance chaser. Tony Busby is an ambulance chaser. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a 1-800 number. I wouldn't be surprised if every woman that has had a black celebrity stick their genitalia inside of them. I'm not surprised if Tony Busby gets a call about that. I'm not surprised. He's a charlatan. He's an ambulance chaser. He's a terrible human being. But that's the practice of being a lawyer. I'm gonna be honest with you. Lawyers are some of the most worst human beings on the planet. They know in good consciousness that this is a flimsy case. They know in good consciousness that there's a plausibility that this is absolutely not true. They know that I believe that there's some lawyers out there that go over the evidence that they have and they look and see what they have, and they know in their heart of hearts that this is an absolute false lie that this woman is trying to put on this man. But, they have enough, evidence there to make a case stick, so they just go with it. Lawyers are some of the worst human beings on the planet. And Tony Busby is that, it is what it is. It's sad. It's very sad, but it is the practice of law. It is the practice of what lawyers do, especially in America, because this is what happens in America, where men get sued. Men get sued all the time. Men get sued, a prominent affluent man, is 5 feet away from a woman. She's claiming that she was assaulted, she was violated in some way. And it's also important for a lot of men to understand, in my opinion, when it comes to your professional life, when it comes to your personal life, that's different. Your personal life, that's different. But when it comes to your professional life, don't mix business and pleasure. You're gonna meet women at the job that's probably get fly, that want to flirt, that probably want to do things after. But in my opinion, I think it's kind of smart to kind of stay away from that, unless you find out that she's a real chill girl and she's real down to earth, and maybe you could work something out with her. But in most cases, it's kind of more better to stay away from women in professional areas and just keep it on a friendly level and on a professional level, because especially if you're a man of success, especially if you're a man of value, because these things can happen to you. Yeah, man, but it's something to think about, something to really comb over, and we're going to see more in terms of this Shannon Sharpe case. We're going to see where this thing lands. I think there's going to be more things coming out in terms of things that Tony Busby drops, the victim drops, and possibly Shannon Sharpe may drop more evidence and more proof of his innocence, his alleged innocence. But with that being said, listen, guys, I want to salute everybody that came out tonight. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. Salute to BX Mel. Salute to all the mods. Salute to E. Cole. Salute to Smooth Boy. Salute to Smooth Boy. Salute to Vent Docs. Salute to JDT. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody. Salute to all the mods. Salute to everybody that's in here right now. I will bid you guys good night. You guys have a good night. You guys have a productive week. And I'm not your homie. I'm the one and only macaroni. I'm just playing, y'all. But yeah, y'all guys have a good night. Y'all have a productive week. And God willing, we'll do another live maybe tomorrow. We'll see how this works out. But you guys have a good night, man. We out. Toodles. Check and report. Out.
Reppin' the road, foreign guys with my name and they talk. These studies announce me, honestly, put